What if I told you that 2024 was one of the best years for RPGs in a long time? From long-awaited sequels to jaw-dropping remakes, this year delivered some of the most unforgettable experiences in gaming. But with so many titles, which ones truly stood out? Today, I'll take you through the 10 RPGs that defined 2024, the ones that kept me hooked, challenged my expectations, and deserve a spot on your must-play list. Stick around because some of these might just surprise you. Granblue Fantasy Relink arrived early in the year, bringing an action-packed RPG experience that quickly won over fans. Developed by Cygames, the game landed on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC, expanding the beloved universe that originally started as a gacha game. But this time, it delivers a full-fledged action RPG with an engaging combat system, memorable characters, and an immersive world that stands out even for those unfamiliar with the franchise. Unlike many other games in the genre, Granblue Fantasy Relink doesn't overwhelm players with excessive complexity. Its combat is fluid, rewarding, and designed to keep you hooked from start to finish. The story may not be the longest, but it's well-paced, full of charming characters and supported by high-quality visuals and animations. One of its biggest highlights is the cooperative mode, allowing players to team up and tackle challenging battles together. The post-game content is massive, ensuring that even after completing the main story, there's still plenty to do. Granblue Fantasy Relink successfully bridges the gap between longtime fans and newcomers. It respects the series' deep lore while making it easy for fresh players to jump in without feeling lost. With continuous updates and strong gameplay mechanics, this is one RPG that absolutely deserves a spot on your radar.
Dirty goblins! Step away from the islanders! You'll
Come in. This is rolling. 'Tis a grievous tale which speaks of Fevrith, one of stolen destiny, stolen minds.
Unicorn Overlord is a tactical RPG that brings back the essence of classic strategy games while adding modern gameplay refinements. Developed by VanillaWare in collaboration with Sega and Atlus, the game immediately stands out for its stunning hand-drawn art style, which has become a signature of VanillaWare. If you've played their previous titles, you'll instantly recognize the level of detail and craftsmanship in every frame. Set in a world of war and conquest, Unicorn Overlord follows a tale of rebellion, fallen kingdoms, and strategic battles where every move counts. It takes clear inspiration from legendary strategy RPGs, offering deep mechanics that reward careful planning and decision-making. Unlike many games in the genre, it avoids feeling slow or overly complex, instead delivering an engaging experience that keeps you constantly involved. One of the highlights is its large-scale battles, where you command multiple units, each with unique abilities and roles. The mix of real-time and turn-based elements makes encounters dynamic and unpredictable. Beyond combat, the game features an expansive world where you can recruit allies, form alliances, and make choices that shape the course of your journey. Despite not being available on PC, Unicorn Overlord was released for major consoles, making it accessible to a wide audience.
Brace yourself!
Does this suit you?
Witness the royal blade!
I am your shield.
Persona 3 Reload arrived as the long-awaited remake that fans had been asking for, and Atlus delivered something beyond expectations. Unlike the PSP versions of previous Persona games, which were merely enhanced ports, this was a full-scale reconstruction of the 2006 classic. Every aspect of the game was rebuilt from the ground up. Modern visuals, smoother combat, quality-of-life improvements, and an entirely reworked audio experience with new voice acting and remixed tracks. The core story remains faithful to the original, following the protagonist and the specialized extracurricular execution squad as they navigate the mysterious Dark Hour and face off against shadows. But what makes Persona 3 Reload stand out isn't just its faithfulness to the original, it's how it enhances every element to fit modern RPG standards while keeping the essence of what made the original so impactful. A major addition is the inclusion of the episode Aegis DLC, which was originally released as the answer in the FES version for PlayStation 2. This extended storyline dives deeper into the consequences of the main game's events, adding even more depth to an already emotional narrative. The combat system in Persona 3 Reload has been significantly refined while maintaining the core turn-based mechanics that defined the original. One of the biggest improvements is the introduction of the shift system, an evolution of the baton pass mechanic from later entries. This allows for smoother, more strategic battles by letting players chain attacks and reposition characters efficiently. The interface has also been streamlined, making it easier to navigate skills, weaknesses, and enemy patterns. These upgrades, combined with the stylish new animations, give combat a faster and more engaging flow. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth arrived early in 2024 as a PlayStation 5 exclusive, continuing the ambitious reimagining of the legendary RPG. One of the most groundbreaking aspects of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is its approach to reinterpreting the original story. Unlike traditional remakes that simply enhance visuals and mechanics, this game reshapes key narrative events, introducing new twists that keep even longtime fans guessing. The what-if scenarios woven into the plot create a sense of unpredictability, making this more than just a nostalgic trip. Beyond its bold narrative direction, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth also pioneers a new level of player agency through its relationship system. Unlike previous entries, this game allows for deeper interactions between Cloud and his companions, influencing dialogue, cutscenes, and even gameplay mechanics. Another impressive innovation in Rebirth is its open-world Chocobo exploration system, which transforms traversal into a deeply engaging experience. Unlike previous games where Chocobos served as simple mounts, this time each region features distinct Chocobo breeds with unique abilities. Some can scale cliffs, others glide across water, and a few even sniff out hidden treasures. This sequel takes everything from the 2020 remake and pushes it even further. The open world is expansive, filled with side quests, hidden secrets, and activities that make exploration truly rewarding. Combat has been refined, blending fast-paced action with strategic depth, giving players even more control over their party's abilities.
Someone should tell it we're not. Maybe try mixing it up more? Burn! Get him! It's all you. Stand back.
Before we continue, I have a quick request. If you're enjoying the content and want to support the channel, consider using the links in the description when shopping on Amazon or through our other partners. Any purchase you make after clicking the link, whether it's a game, a console, or even something completely different, helps the channel at no extra cost to you. It's a simple way to support the content and keep these videos coming. Thanks a lot. And now, let's get back to it. Dragon Quest III is back with a stunning HD 2D remake, bringing one of the most beloved RPGs of all time into the modern era. This classic, which originally took Japan by storm on the Famicom, has been completely reimagined with a beautiful pixel art style that blends nostalgia with modern visuals. If you've ever played Octopath Traveler, you already know how incredible this art style looks, and it fits perfectly with the timeless charm of Dragon Quest. Unlike many remakes that take creative liberties, this version remains faithful to the original while introducing quality-of-life improvements that make it more accessible than ever. The combat system is as engaging as before, with strategic turn-based battles that still hold up today. Longtime fans will appreciate how the remake respects the classic experience, while newcomers finally have the perfect entry point to explore one of the most influential RPGs ever made. One of the most innovative aspects of Dragon Quest III was its introduction of the job system, a mechanic that would go on to influence countless RPGs. including the Final Fantasy series. Unlike previous games, players could recruit custom party members and assign them different classes, allowing for deep strategic customization. This was groundbreaking at the time, giving players unprecedented freedom to shape their adventure and experiment with various team compositions. The remake preserves this system while refining it, making it easier to switch classes and optimize character growth without the grind of the original. What makes Dragon Quest III stand out isn't just its refined gameplay or improved visuals. It's the impact this game had on the entire genre. In Japan, Dragon Quest is a cultural phenomenon. When a new entry in the series is released, it's not uncommon to see lines forming outside stores, with fans eager to relive the magic. Released for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PC, and Nintendo Switch, it unfortunately skips PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, leaving some fans disappointed. However, for those who have access, this is one of the best ways to experience a defining piece of RPG history.
Okay!
Dragon Age: The Veilguard is a game that will be controversial, especially because it has influences from woke culture in several moments. But stay with me until the end. You might just decide to give the game a chance. After a decade without a new entry, The Veilguard has arrived, bringing back the beloved franchise with fresh ideas, a deep story, and a new approach to gameplay. Developed by BioWare, this fourth main installment redefines what players can expect from the series, balancing classic RPG elements with modern mechanics. One of the biggest changes comes in combat. Unlike previous games, the Veilguard moves away from full party control, shifting towards a more character-driven experience. While this decision sparked debate among longtime fans, it also streamlines battles, making them more dynamic and immersive. Each companion plays a crucial role, and their unique abilities can turn the tide of a fight in unexpected ways. The story dives deep into the world of Thedas, introducing new characters while bringing back familiar faces. Visually, the game takes a bold approach. The art direction has a distinct style that may divide opinions, but it undeniably adds personality to the world. Environments are rich with detail, from sprawling cities to haunting ruins, making exploration just as rewarding as the battles themselves. Where the game falls short, almost grotesquely, is in its dialogues. It's not just the highly questionable choices heavily influenced by woke culture. The dialogues themselves are genuinely bad, poorly written. That said, I still recommend the game when it goes on sale. Dragon's Dogma 2 arrived with high expectations, building on the cult classic that first debuted in 2012. Fans of the original knew what to expect: an expansive world, deep combat mechanics, and the unique pawn system that set it apart from other RPGs. But did it live up to the hype? Well, the launch wasn't without controversy. Performance issues, especially on PC, frustrated many players, leading to a wave of criticism. However, beneath these technical problems lies an RPG that stays true to its roots while expanding on what made the first game so special. One of the biggest strengths of Dragon's Dogma 2 is its world design. Instead of overwhelming players with a massive open world just for the sake of size, the game focuses on density and depth. Every region is filled with meaningful encounters, hidden secrets, and unpredictable battles that make exploration feel rewarding. The combat system remains one of the best in the genre, allowing players to climb massive creatures, exploit elemental weaknesses, and switch between vocations to create new strategies. Despite its rough launch, the game has received multiple updates, making it a much smoother experience now. For those who hesitated at release, this might be the perfect time to jump in.
and I'll help you get it.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is more than just a re-release. It's practically a new game. Originally launched in 2021 for Nintendo Switch, this upgraded version expands on everything that made the original great, packing in so much new content that it feels like a completely fresh experience. Now available on PS4, PS5, Xbox, and PC, Vengeance finally gives players on all platforms the chance to dive into this dark and complex RPG. Unlike a simple remaster, this edition introduces a wealth of additions, including new demons to recruit, extra side quests, and an entirely new story path. You can play through the original story from the Switch version, or explore a brand new narrative with unique characters and choices. The combat in Vengeance remains one of the most refined and punishing turn-based systems in the genre. Built around the signature press turn mechanic, battles reward careful planning and strategic exploitation of enemy weaknesses. Each correct move grants additional turns, while mistakes can leave you completely exposed. What makes Vengeance stand out is its expanded skill customization, allowing deeper demon fusion strategies and more flexibility in team composition. The AI has also been fine-tuned, making encounters feel more dynamic and challenging, especially against high-level bosses that demand precise decision-making. Whether you're carefully managing buffs and debuffs or unleashing devastating Magatsuhi skills, every battle feels intense and rewarding, reinforcing the game's reputation as one of the best turn-based RPGs of recent years.
Taste my spear!
Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth takes everything that made its predecessor great and pushes it even further. This is not just another entry in the series, it's a defining moment for the franchise. The game delivers an emotional and action-packed journey, bringing back Kazuma Kiryu for what might be his final chapter while continuing the rise of Kasuga Ichiban, the protagonist who reshaped the series with his debut in Like a Dragon. Since its transformation into a turn-based RPG, the franchise has only improved, and this installment refines the formula even more. The combat system is a perfect blend of strategy and chaos, incorporating mechanics inspired by classic Japanese RPGs, but with a unique Yakuza twist. Every battle feels dynamic, with flashy special moves, hilarious yet impactful summons, and deep character customization that keeps fights engaging from start to finish. The story takes players to Hawaii, a first for the series, offering a fresh setting filled with new opportunities and challenges. But of course, it wouldn't be Yakuza without a return to Japan, ensuring that longtime fans feel right at home. The narrative is packed with intense drama, unexpected twists, and the signature mix of humor and emotional weight that has defined the franchise for years. If you've played Like a Dragon, this sequel is a must. If you haven't, now is the perfect time to dive into one of the most unique and rewarding RPG experiences available.
You think you have the strength to protect the weak?
Metaphor Refantasio is, without a doubt, one of the most remarkable RPGs of 2024. Developed by Atlas, this game proves once again why the studio is a powerhouse in the genre. It delivers an immersive experience with a deep, well-crafted narrative, stunning world-building, and a combat system that perfectly blends strategy and action. Every detail, from character design to soundtrack, is polished to perfection, creating an unforgettable adventure for RPG fans. The combat is a masterful evolution of classic turn-based mechanics, infused with dynamic real-time elements that keep battles engaging and unpredictable. Players can customize their playstyle through an intricate class system, allowing for strategic party formations and diverse skill combinations. Enemy encounters are designed to challenge both tactical thinking and adaptability, with a focus on exploiting weaknesses, positioning, and synergy between abilities. The game also introduces a unique mechanic, where characters' psychological states influence their performance, adding a layer of depth rarely seen in traditional RPG combat. Atlas dominated 2024 with major titles, but Metaphor stands out as one of their best works yet. Its unique fantasy setting, filled with intriguing lore and complex characters, keeps players engaged from start to finish. The game was released on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC, making it accessible to a wide audience.
Hitting us while we're asleep is dirty fighting!
I'd like to give a quick mention to Black Myth Wukong. Even though it's in my top 3 of the year, I didn't include it in the list because I decided to make a separate video just for it. Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite RPG of 2024? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. We read and reply to every comment, so don't hold back. Your thoughts and opinions make the discussion even better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.